Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Welcome back to the Second Take. Tyler Gallo Show.
I'm Damian Fabian.
And got a lot more sports to talk about.
Right.
Started off with something a little different though, because there's been a lot of fighting going on lately.
Yeah, I guess a lot of dudes in the NFL seen a Deontay Wilder fight when he almost killed the bull.
Yeah, they feeling motivated right now. They feeling real motivated. Like
you seen the AJ Green versus Jalen Ramsey when he choked him out.
Yeah,
basically.
I thought he wasn't letting go. It don't matter if his teammate hit him. It don't matter if the other teammate hit him. Right. He wasn't letting go. Like it was pretty crazy. I mean, all he did was push him, and the funny thing was AJ Green just looked at him like, "What am I about to do to him?" Like he looked at him for like 2 seconds, like, "What am I about to do to him?" He started choking him. Then he started swinging punches. He has a helmet on.
That's why I don't understand. Like
he has a helmet on.
Break your hand for real. Like it's pointless.
He's not feeling those hits. They don't hurt him. So what are you swinging punches at now? I mean, when somebody has their guard up, with gloves on, you would think you're not really feeling those punches either. But Wilder was getting them things in there. I don't know.
That man is on Super Saiyan 4 level.
I was talking to Damian before we started the show, and I was saying, if he hit me through my guard and knocked me down like that, I would have been looking at my corner like, that's not the fight for me. Like, right. That'll set me up. Like,
right. But also, it was another fight with Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, started off with Jameis Winston kind of doinking him in the back of his head there.
Rubbing a boogie on his helmet. And Mike Evans came in.
Out of nowhere and exploded. Just, wow. And everybody else just kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, I don't understand, though. Mike Evans got suspended one game, and AJ Green, he can play this week. I don't get it, but...
I would say it kind of depends on the refs, but it's not even necessarily the refs, I guess, when they go back and review it. Right. You know what I mean? Maybe, Mike Evans technically attacked him, right? But AJ Green, I guess he was kind of provoked first, and then he didn't. But he was choking him at the same time.
He put that man in the chokehold, bro. Like, what you mean? Like,
so yeah, I don't know. That is weird, but that's how it usually happens. It's like this happens to this player, but then it's like, why did that happen to him?
Right. I mean, so all right. So let's get started on the actual games now. You know what I mean? So it was
got a couple good games this weekend.
It would start off with the Redskins and the Seahawks.
A lot of time. Wilson lets it go. He's got a man wide open. Baldwin, touchdown. Second down. Freeney coming again. Cousins gets rid of it. Has a man. Quick's got it. In Seattle territory. What a throw by Cousins under duress. Cousins back again. Firing deep for Doctson. Diving. He's got it. Josh Doctson down at the one. Ryan Anderson comes in at fullback. Kelly the back. Rob Kelly going forward. Rob Kelly, touchdown! Washington leads. Wilson has time. Standing in. Fires. Complete. Richardson breaks the tackle. To the 40. And down, but they've got to hurry. No timeouts. A play here. 16 seconds left. Wilson looking. In trouble. Throws it. And his arm was coming forward. It's incomplete with 11 seconds left. Wilson. One man rush, but here comes Kerrigan. He gets away. He sets. He throws a Hail Mary to the end zone. It is incomplete. And the Redskins win
it. I don't know the Seahawks. It's like they like to come down to the end of the game and win the game. Like the last couple of weeks has been hard battle. Like we're gonna finish it at the end. Like now it's proven that Russell Wilson at the end of the game, he wins games at the end of the day. He's Mr. Clutch in the fourth quarter. But it's just like, what do you think that comes into it? Like, why can't they just put a team away early and secure the win.
See, but the thing about that to me is, like back in the day when they had Marshawn Lynch, they would get a lead and their defense was so dominant and they had a dominant running game, they could run the clock out.
Right.
Now they can't run the ball for nothing. So basically Russell Wilson scrambling, trying to make plays and stuff. So
and their offensive line is not helping
it's
Russell
still
Wilson
trash.
It's not helping them or the running game.
Right. So that's why I think they can't really. They're always in a game and they always come out that last minute drive because they ain't got a running game. And they got Eddie Lacy, Thomas Rawls, the guy what's his name, Precise or something like that.
All tough runners, but I mean, you could tell they don't really rely on their run as much as they used to with Marshawn.
I seen a stat and it said Russell Wilson actually they leading with rusher right now.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's sad.
Horrible.
That's sad.
Because you never want that, especially for your quarterback, because injuries usually happen. The more they run, the more susceptible they are to getting injured. So you don't want that for sure. Another thing, they were showing the stats. Like I said, Russell Wilson, they said he was like, Mr. Clutch, Mr. Fourth Quarter. Cousins was actually really bad in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So they showed that stat, I want to say the beginning of the fourth quarter, and it was a really close game. And, I'm looking at the stats, and I'm like, that is true. Russell Wilson finds a way to get it done. And literally, Russell Wilson got down there, scored, and then Cousins does the same thing and got down there and scored. So do you think Cousins' stat, backs up, how he plays in the fourth quarter, or he got lucky, or, it was a good drive? Because if you really look at it, the defenses kind of fell apart. And it was like, the top corners. I mean, Seattle wasn't their top corner. He's a young guy, but he plays very well. But, the corners kind of gave it up at the end for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the Seahawks defense. It's no longer LOB, it's just L. So, I mean,
which is weird because they have all the same pieces. I don't know what it is. They're losing their confidence or something. I don't know.
They went on bump and run, and they was just, honestly, it was just drop back, and he was just thrown deep. And he was making plays. It's the second week in a row. This defense couldn't stop anybody, to tell you the truth. When it mattered.
Yeah, basically when it mattered.
I don't know. It's just, they have all the same pieces. They have all the names on the D line. Kirk Cousins basically had all guards as his offensive line for real.
Yeah, with all the injuries they have.
And he let him come out and you driving for a touchdown like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the defense is dominant anymore. I think their time has passed. Like I said, they have no running game, so they can't run the clock out anymore. So
it's like, what do they really rely on?
Yeah, big Russell Wilson. Him running around, scrambling, getting the D-line tired, and he just throws a bomb or something like that. But
yeah, basically. I thought the Seahawks were going to win that game because, you're putting the defense back on the field.
Right.
This is what the defense loves. This is what they want. They want the pressure on them. And, what it was like 3 passes. And it was 2 passes and then a run, and they got in the end zone.
Yeah.
I think the first one was to Vernon Davis. I think
it was Vernon Davis.
I think the first one was to Vernon Davis, and then the other one was to the young receiver, Dotson. And shoot, he almost scored because in the young corner he made a rookie mistake because he's used to college, and he didn't touch him, so he caught the ball. He kind of gave up. The corner gave up, and he didn't touch him. And luckily, the safety came over and touched him because if he didn't, he would have rolled into the end zone and scored like that. But the next play, they ended up running the ball and got it in there. So, can they count on the defense anymore?
Honestly, I don't. Unless they fire something up or something, I don't think so anymore. I really don't. Nobody's scared to play Seattle's LOB. There's no LOB. It's just L.
So it's a Legion.
It's just a Legion. No more boom. Like, if I don't know, nobody's scared to play them anymore.
Yeah.
They
used to be fair though. Honestly.
They be fair.
And they were in Seattle, weren't they?
Yeah, they was in Seattle.
Yeah, they were.
So, I mean, the defense.
With that 12th man, they usually get that win.
I think their time has passed. They were a great defense a couple years back. Not no anymore, honestly. But we'll see. Time will tell.
Let's move on to the next game.
Let's move on to the next game with Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
It started off good for Falcons, but it the beginning doesn't really matter. It's how you finish. And we were on a roll. Everything was working to our favor. And the prime play that messed us up and took all our momentum away and gave it all to the Panthers was that interception Matt Ryan threw. On the play, it was double post, and he threw it to the tight end Cooper instead of throwing it to Sanu. If he threw it to Sanu was actually opening that window, and Cooper technically took the safety out of that window with his post route. So the window was open for Sanu, and he threw it to Cooper. Big interception, and the Panthers took all the momentum from there. And then we couldn't score again. We couldn't score one more. I mean, we did end up scoring a touchdown, but it took us so long to score again. Julio actually had a big day. I think he had
a big drop, though.
Yeah, that's true, too. But we moved down the field aggressively. It's just we couldn't get in the end zone. We couldn't score points. So, I don't know what to really make of the Falcons. What do you got to say about it?
I don't know what's wrong with y'all. 17 points is not going to get it done. You're not that same high-scoring offense anymore from last year.
I looked up the stat. We averaged 35 points a game last year, and now we're averaging 21.
Yeah, that's a big drop.
So that's huge.
That's a big drop.
That's huge. And it's the same thing. What we're talking about, Seattle's defense. The offense is the same, except for an offensive coordinator that's now not there. The offense is all the same pieces. So why can't we produce the same way? Is it teams catching on? Maybe Yeah,
that could be a case. But also, I just think Matt Ryan's not playing well. He's thrown too many turnovers. Last year he barely put the ball over. Turn the ball over.
He barely. We were talking about, I think, maybe 4 interceptions, 4 or 5 the whole year.
Yeah.
And he has to be at like 7. He has to be at least 7 or 8 right now. So every game it's like, I feel like he has more pressure on his hands not to turn the ball over instead of just play how he usually plays. And
right. And also another thing is, I don't think y'all not using your running back as y'all did last year.
Yeah.
They have two great running backs. They're just not using them. I don't know why.
And I feel like that comes down to the new offense coordinator.
Yeah, I mean,
as of right now, I feel like we're just in the stage of trying to figure it out, which is hard because you come off of going to the Super Bowl, great offensive team, and then you lose your offensive coordinator, and now the offense is now trying to find themselves again, which is that sucks. But what can you do about it? Yeah. That's why I'm looking at these basketball games. Go basketball season, because I don't know. The weird thing is that the Falcons, honestly, you can't say they're out of playoff contention with the Saints and the Panthers being right there. But I mean, they're either going to figure it out and get in the playoffs, or they're just not going to figure it out. And I'd rather them not be in the playoffs if they're not going to, be able to produce anything. So
I don't know. I just think I need your offensive coordinator back.
Yeah.
He's not coming back, but still. I don't know. It's just you need that one game where I just come out and just.
Yeah.
You mean?
And I feel like we can do it because all the pieces are still there. It can happen. It's just when is it going to happen? That's the only thing. And when they started actually against the Panthers, I thought it was possible it was going to actually happen. Thought they were going to just start going off, and then nope. Got stopped.
Let's go down to Dallas and Kansas City. Once again, I chose my picks. I'm legit. So you got some more in there. You have a poopy cup from poopy picks.
He said a poopy cup from my poopy picks.
So
that's some poopy water, man. That's some poopy water.
So
I mean, even watching the game, I still had the Chiefs, but the Dallas played a solid game. Like they beat on both sides of the ball, and the Chiefs offensively are like struggling. Like I don't know what it is, but they're struggling.
There's teams are starting to find out how to shut down Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
he's not really doing anything anymore. He had a hot start, and he's shutting down the running game and the passing game at that.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the stat because actually he barely had anything. Like he didn't have much of.
Like 44 yards.
I think that actually was it. Yeah, 9 carries for 37 yards. and he usually shoot the first couple games, the first 3 to 4 games, he was leading in rushing and passing. And receiving. So for him now to be shut down and have 37 yards, all for 9 carries, that's pretty big. Like, they're figuring him out, and basically they're saying now y'all have to make somebody else, your main scorer. Kelce didn't have a horrible game. He had 7 catches for 73 yards, 1 touchdown. But he can only do but so much. He's not a big explosive player that just make plays here and whenever basically. So that makes it. That puts more pressure on Alex Smith, and he's not the type of quarterback I think he needs to be thrown all game. Right.
I mean, that team is a lot of, besides Kelce, he's probably the best tight end in the game right now.
Yeah. Sure.
The team is basically a team of one-trick ponies, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tyreek Hill, he's just fast.
Yeah.
Speed kills.
Now, we all saw that play when going into halftime.
From between the 10 and the end zone.
Alex needs to watch it.
There it is to Hill. The whole brigade around him. Hill gets around Standrick. Look at Hill go! Impossible! Touchdown, Kansas City! How did they do that?
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that in my entire time in football, and I promise you, Jason Garrett hasn't either.
Yeah, that was all right. That was tough.
That was crazy.
That was tough.
For him to be able to catch the ball, I don't even know what Dallas was thinking. I don't know what they're thinking. Just tackle him.
I don't know.
Just tackle him, and he just caught it and just
two-step
and just turned it on. It ended up in the end zone. Like, if I was Dallas, if I was the coach, halftime. What are y'all like? What are you doing? Like,
I'll make them do up downs right there.
Like, y'all didn't have to be that far back. Once you see it's not going to be a Hail Mary. Come up and make the tackle.
Right,
what are you waiting for? Like,
right.
Tackle him. That was great. And then the Chiefs weren't even blocking that well. So I don't know. Maybe they were hoping somebody else was going to make the tackle. Like everybody, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. Like, that was crazy. But Prescott had a big game. 249 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns. Elliott had 93 yards, 1 touchdown. And Williams had 9 catches for 141 yards. So the offense had played very well. But the Kansas City defense is not, it's nothing to really...
Yeah, they're not going to shut you down.
Yeah.
They get their defense against turnovers.
Yeah.
But if they're not getting turnovers, you're not really going to do anything for
right. And you're right. I mean, Andy Reid is he loves those trick plays. He loves using the speed guys. But if that stuff's not working, you need something to rely on. Like
something that's gonna give you consistent, and that is Kelce.
Right.
Besides Kelce, there's no
how can we?
Who's the other receiver besides Tyreek Hill?
Right.
I don't know.
Who's gonna get you consistency that we can score with? Like and they haven't been showing that the last couple of weeks. I think. And that's why 28-17, that's pretty big, man. They stopped the young guy, and that's what happens. Like,
I want him to keep losing. Go ahead, helping the Chargers out. So I don't think that they're honestly. They got to a hot start. I don't think they're that real anyway. They
you were saying that early. You were saying that early, so I can't even. You just.
I don't think they're real. They're just. Okay, they're a little trickery here and there, little shuffle passes here and there. It works here and there, but when you actually play a team that's disciplined,
right,
and you figure them out, they're not really going to do anything.
Go for all that stuff.
Right, like when we played them, it was only 17-10.
Yeah.
I don't think they're real, and I just think teams they're getting tape on Kareem Hunt now, and then when you have tape on somebody, you figure out how to stop somebody, and then you can't stop.
Right. Yeah. So maybe they need to do more now to try to get him involved, get the ball in his hands, so he can do some things. Because he's a big playmaker. But if they're trying to go to old things that was working in the past and it's not working anymore, now we need to let's try you doing this. Let's have you here. Let's do this. Maybe have him do more screens or something like that. But you gotta get the ball in the young man's hands. You gotta get in his hands to make plays.
Yeah, keep on doing what you're doing, Chiefs. I'm loving it right now. So, so it's time for picks. Once again, I won 3 in a row. That's why he has a little poopy cup because he's poopy
Poopy
picks.
cup. It's okay. I'm gonna get back. It's all right.
And it's 3 in a row.
Listen, if anything, if you really look at it, the Falcons are the ones that's holding me back right now because they'd have won that game. I think I would have been cool.
If they won that game, you would have won.
So, come on, Falcons. Come on. What are you doing? Because I don't want to be drinking out of this. So, come on now.
So first game we got on our hands is, let's see, we got the Chargers and the Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's not a lot of good games this week. So the picks, we're kind of looking like, who are we going to talk about? Jacksonville and the Chargers. I'm going to go Jacksonville.
Go Jacksonville.
I'm going to go Jacksonville.
That's why you keep losing. You can go Jacksonville.
No,
That's
I'm going
fine.
to go Jacksonville. And the Chargers they've been playing better, but like still, it's the Chargers. Like,
Keep saying
and you know what's sad? We talk about the Jags here. Like the Jags are like a team that's like you take Jags and that's what you think of. Like you see that,
but they're not that.
But they're not. They're not exactly. That's why I'm going with the Jags for my pick over the Chargers. Because now when you think the Chargers, you think.
Okay. You already know I'm going with my team, the Chargers all day. Blake Bortles gonna be running for his life with Joey Bosa. I think we're coming off that bye week healthy. We get Denzel Perryman back. Stop the run. You stop the run for them. They will put the game in Blake Bortles' hands. I'd take my defense on Blake Bortles any day. So
I don't see them stopping the run.
We'll see.
What y'all top 5 is the what worst run defense in the league?
Listen.
Top 5
for the past 3 games. We've been playing very well against them right now. So
very well, but still though.
I mean, we're top 5 because in the beginning of the season we were 0-4. We can't stop the run for nothing. But now we got it together. We stop and run. So
and still, I mean, they've improved in tackling, but I mean they're top 5 in that too. With not being able to tackle, so you got a running back that's you kind of run kind of strong. You kind of run. You know what I mean? Bring that muscle out in.
We're getting our best linebacker back this week, so
they're gonna need him.
That's fine.
They're gonna need him.
All right. Like I said, I'm gonna be here next week again. Be 4-0, 4 in a row actually. So
we're gonna have something better than this poopy cup too.
Okay. All right.
Let's move on to the Patriots and the Broncos. Now the Broncos just got stepped on, demolished, punched in the face, beat up, jumped by the Eagles. I'm going Patriots. I think that's the easy one. The Broncos, I don't even know what to say. They're off. They have no offense, and they're relying so much on their defense. I think it's overwhelming their defense. So
yeah, I agree. That defense. I mean, Von Miller's getting
tossed around like he's
a little boy, and
like he's croutons in a salad or something.
Right.
Like they're just picking him. He picked him up. And I'm looking at this video like, Miller, like you're MVP, my guy. What are you doing? Like,
listen, Denver. I think their season's over with. The quarterback sucks.
They thought Brock Osweiler. They thought he was gonna come in and do better things, and he played worse than Simeon. He played worse than Simeon. So
I'm not picking for that. I'm going. That's why I got to feel like that because I'm not getting no more attention to them because they're trash. They're trash.
And the Patriots are Patriots. They've been pretty consistent to them too. So I think that's an easy one. I think that's an easy one for the Patriots.
So our next pick is the Falcons and the Cowboys,
which I think is going to be a pretty good game. I don't think it really comes down to these other teams. Like every time I look at it, I really focus on the Falcons and if they're going to score or not. Defense has been holding their own. I mean, no team has really blown us out or like really trashed us. I mean, so like for that being said, like I think it really just comes down to the Falcons scoring. If they can score, well, we're not going to have a problem beating any team.
We said no team is trash, y'all. Well, what's going to happen this week? All right?
With the Cowboys?
It's the Cowboys.
You think so?
It's the Cowboys.
I don't think so.
How about them Cowboys?
Without Elliott?
Doesn't matter. Like I said, Prescott's going to sit back there. He's going to run around, try to do something, blah, blah, blah. And I guess Ezekiel got O.J. Simpson's lawyer. He keep on beating his cases and stuff like that. I mean, so who knows if he have Elliott or not.
Yeah, that's true. But come on. You think it's going to...
Yes. I mean,
the Cowboys.
Y'all can't score. I don't know.
The Cowboys aren't built to score a lot of points. That's just not how they're set up.
Okay, but y'all are built to score a lot of points. You're not scoring a lot of
Right,
points.
but the defense, if you look, I mean, they've been holding it down, doing their part. I mean, other than the Patriots game, which got out of hand because the offense literally couldn't score on the 1 yard line. What are y'all doing? Other than stuff like that, I mean, all the games have been close because the defense has been playing consistent and holding it down. So I think it's going to be the same way. Falcons are going to score. It's just going to be like, how many times are they going to score, and are they going to score a lot?
I see y'all scoring 15, 16, something like that.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
I see us getting. We're going to get 3 touchdowns. It's going to be 24. We're going to get 24 this game. I see it being 24-17.
I don't see it. I see 16 to 27.
Well, we can't even go off his scores because every time he made scores, they've been horribly wrong. So I'm not.
I gave y'all what 7 last game? I scored 10 more points.
Did you remember the Eagles in the Denver game? That was nowhere close to your prediction at all. Like
who seen that coming? Like
I heard the same thing with the Chargers a while back ago, and the Eagles, and that score was nowhere in the prediction.
That's the past. We need the present right now. I mean, so like I said, I see 27 to 16 in that range or whatever. I see them winning by like 10, 11 points. But I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm not picking y'all until I see like a breakout game.
Right. I mean, that's what we need. I mean, it's there. It's just we need that breakout game to get us rolling again.
Right.
But I see honestly, 24-20. Falcons take it.
You really believe that?
I see that happening.
Okay.
I see that.
Well,
Then our kicker, man, the offense is just the whole 9, man. It's up in the air, man. It's up in the air.
That's why I'm not picking y'all.
It's all right because I'm gonna win these picks this week, and that's a fact.
We said that last week.
And that's a fact.
The week before that.
I didn't say that's a fact though. That's how you know. Like Falcons are not gonna keep disappointing me because then I don't have to pick a new football team for the rest of my life. Like.
Okay. All right. So, well, that's our show today, man. I'm Damon Feedy.
Tyler Gallo Show.
It's the Second Take. Tune in next week.
Like and subscribe.
Drink a little more, you little poopy cup. So.
It's alright. He'll have something better next week. So.
Yeah, when I say you want something better for yourself.
Nah, he'll have something better next week. Don't worry about it.
So make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe.
Get in those
comments.
Get in those comments. Help us out, please. Any way, shape, or form you see fit. Let us know.
It's our show. Tune in next week.
If I quit your BM,